Food security in Democratic Republic of Congo. The frequency of food insecurity in DRC has been occurring for years as they are still recovering from years of war and political upheaval, which has resulted in about 70% of the population lacking access to adequate food. Around 6.4 million people suffer severe food security and livelihood crisis and require agricultural and food assistance. In 2012, the DRC was ranked 27th out of 79 countries on the Global Hunger Index, and 70% of the population have a lack of access to adequate food sources. Agriculture is the key contributor to the Congolese gross domestic product, followed by services and the manufacturing. The main cash crops consist of coffee, palm oil, rubber, cotton, sugar, tea and cocoa. The food crops include cassava, plantains, maize, groundnuts and rice. In regards to the interviewee's diet, it mostly consisted of a range of foods bought from the shops and freshly grown, but this is obviously affected by income. From the shops they bought things like milk, sugar and cooking oils, and in their gardens they grew foods such as sweet potatoes, and arrowroot. Goats were a main source of meat consumption, and they would also purchase other meat from the shops in the morning, and most of their meats were dried. The interviewee considered corn, veal, pumpkin and sweet potato, arrowroot, cassava and banana as their staple foods in the country. According to the FAO, the top 10 commodities that are available for consumption include cassava, wheat, palm oil, sugar, rice, groundnuts, plantains, vegetables, bananas and beer. This family seems to be quite well off, as some families have lower income and eating meat is a special occasion for them. The families that aren't as well off have a primary staple which is pasty, white and is grounded into an oatmeal texture and classed as their carbohydrate. It is eaten with side dishes such as sweet potato, perch, bananas and plantains depending on the wealth, season and availability. In rural areas there are mud huts that families live in. The frame is built by tying vines around sticks and palms and sand. Water and cement is used to fill the structure and then a grass roof. Each hut has a different purpose. Some are for cooking or sleeping or storage or for guests. In the areas surrounding the cities, the homes are usually made out of iron, and as there is hot weather there, it can get very hot. There are also better homes and apartments for the rich. Traditionally, women are responsible for majority of day-to-day chores for survival. There are tasks such as cutting wood for cooking fires, gathering and carting water, cleaning, sewing, collecting fruits, looking after children and making products such as baskets and pottery to sell at the local markets. In the photo there, it's of a village market where they buy food, pottery baskets and other necessities. The men hunted for animals for several days using spears, traps and bows and arrows. Young girls are expected to do a lot of work for the family and are usually the ones that are pounding the cassava roots with a large mortar and pestle. Traditionally, the boys go to initiation camp for 1 year where they are transitioned into adulthood and they learn to hunt, make handicrafts and perfect their singing and dancing. When the year is up and they return to their communities as men. The food assistance programs is USAID, which is supporting the World Food Programme to purchase foods for refugees in camps, vulnerable host households and also supporting nutritional activities. UNICEF is providing ready-to-use therapeutic food for 75,000 children under the age of 5 who are experiencing severe acute malnutrition. UNICEF have also got plans to improve integrated management of acute malnutrition through support to 750 health service providers. In conclusion, the Democratic Republic of Congo has had issues as a result of the war and now have many livelihood challenges to face. The agriculture is a main contributor to the gross domestic product with all food crops and also supports the people in a job perspective as it provides work for the community. There are many organisations that are willing to help improve the nutrition of people in need, but in saying that, there are families that are quite well off and do not have to experience the feeling of hunger or malnutrition, as the interviewee had explained her circumstances.